Hi and welcome to another video. And today's video, and if I don't know what order I'm posting these in, but if you do see me in the same outfit a couple videos, like one after another, that is because these are all shot on the same day. So anyway, today's video I'm gonna be talking about The Rookie. And I don't know what to do with my hands, so I'm basically just gonna be clicking highlighter like the whole time because I need something to do with my hands, and yeah. Anyway, so The Rookie is my favorite TV show. Currently, obviously, it can change, but it's been my favorite for a hot minute. And I just kind of wanted an excuse to talk about it because I know a couple of people in my personal life who like it, but they don't like it as much as I do, or they don't remember the character's name, so I can't really talk about the show because they will be like, huh? Who? Anyway, so, my favorite character, and, this is before, season 8, episode 3 comes out, film before then, and so my favorite character is Lucy as I knocked down a tape measure. Lucy Chen. She is my favorite, and I don't know why. Talking about the characters and saying their name, it feels weird, if that makes sense. But she's my favorite character. She has been my favorite character. Number 2 and 3 change between, season 2, around season 2 episode 11, Bradford, that's number 2, so season 2 episode 11 and on, that's my favorite version of Bradford. Season 2 episode 11, sorry, I think I just said season 2, but that's my favorite version of Bradford because he just becomes a little softer to a softie, and I love it. And then I'm not gonna lie, I forgot about Bradford for a second, so I think I did say 2 and 3 switches, but I meant 3 and 4 switch. 3 and 4 switch between Jackson and Aaron. Jackson, pretty much always gonna be number 3, and then when Aaron comes into the picture, not immediately when he comes into the picture, but when Harper and Lopez warm up to him, then, and especially Harper, then he becomes one of my favorites, and then I'm really sad that he left. But that is they're tied for number 3. Number 4 is Lopez. I love Lopez. And number 5 is Harper. And I don't really have a reason why they're marked. Sorry, I'm all of a sudden getting all nasally. I don't really have a reason why Lopez is 4 and Harper is 5. I think maybe Lopez 4 because she's been there since the beginning, so you see her growth from TO to detective, and then Harper, I don't really like her in the beginning of her time on The Rookie, just because she was a new character, and she just kind of seemed sus to me at the beginning, and it's just kind of oh, a new character, that's random, sort of thing. And then I don't really have a ranking for the rest. I can tell you who my least favorite character is, and I just want to say that all of these are my opinion. If you don't agree with these, that is fine. No harm, no foul. But I feel like if people actually watch this, I'm gonna get a lot of hate on who my least favorite character is. My least favorite character is Bailey. I feel like with each of the spouses of, like with James, with Wesley, and with Bailey, sometimes I feel like they do shove each of them in storylines that they don't need to be in just for them to be there. Just for them to be in an episode and to say, oh, here's a character, you wanted them back on the screen, here they are. And I feel like they do that every single time with Bailey, which I get. She is Nolan, who's like the main character's wife in the show. But for me, in my opinion, they shove her down your throat. They did not, it was, here's Bailey, here's a new character. Like, John had some pretty good other two girlfriends, Jessica and Grace. Sorry, I was blanking for a second. He had some pretty, like, good other girlfriends. They're gone now. Here's a girlfriend. Then, like, what is it? Next episode, Jackson, like, is gone from the Rookie Forever. So maybe that's also, like, part of it, is that it didn't give time to say bye to one of my favorite characters, and it shoved in another one, and to me, it always feels like John Nolan has to be in a relationship. He can't ever have a moment of peace. And, with Bailey, they just throw her in every storyline. Like, I don't think she needed to be thrown into the Rosalind storyline. I think that John shouldn't have been, like, did I say Rosalind? I think I meant to say Rosalind if I said Rosalind. Sorry, my brain's, like, malfunctioning. But, like, they throw John also into the Rosalind storyline. The whole thing is that Rosalind had, like, kind of unexplained beef with Lucy, and then, like, Caleb kidnapped Lucy, and, like, so that made sense of why Rosalind had beef with Lucy, but, like, there wasn't, to me, there's nothing for Rosalind to have beef with. When I say beef, I mean, like, not like an issue with, but, like, to have a conflict with. Like, you get kidnapped, there's obviously gonna be a conflict. But, like, there was nothing that was like, oh, John needs to be the center of, this, plot with Rosalind, to me. And then they throw Bailey into it. And I just feel like, obviously I can't speak for somebody who's, like, an actual, like, cop or a firefighter, but, like, I feel like you don't talk about every case that happens at work. Like, I feel like that would have to be some kind of violation. Like, again, not a person who can be like, yes, that is a violation, because I don't know, but that's just my civilian opinion. And I am thinking. And so, yeah, I just feel like Bailey just gets thrown can you tell I'm very passionate about this by my phone shaking? I just feel like she's thrown into everything when she doesn't need to be. I feel like when they give her space and when it's not like, oh, this is a stakeout and a firefighter's randomly there. But then it's like, oh, she's not just a firefighter. She's a... What else is she? I'm blanking. But, like, she's, like, it's like, oh, she's not just a firefighter. She's, like, an army ranger or, like, whatever. And she's also this, and she's this, and she's, like, specialized in, like, some type of, like, karate, if I'm remembering correctly. And it's, like, to me, that's giving Trish in Austin and Ally vibes. I don't want to watch a show where somebody's has 20 million different careers and is perfect and is great at everything. Like, that's not what I want to watch. I want to watch something that there's conflict and that you see that people aren't perfect and somebody with multiple careers, like, that isn't always doable, in my opinion. Granted, am I the smartest person in the world and can say that it definitely can't be done? No, I can't say that, but, like, I feel like she has to be good at everything, and she has to be put in every single situation. Okay, hopefully it's, like, the same angle, but, I'm back. And then, yeah, I don't like that she has to be in every single situation, and, as I said, perfect with everything. I just, like, I get she's the main character's spouse, but, like, there also, I feel like, should be a boundary between, like, cop and not cop work, like, on The Rookie, which there is none with Bailey and Nolan, because Bailey has to be weaseled in everything. I'm very, very strongly about that. And then, not just to, like, put Bailey as the bad guy, I do want to briefly mention something that bugs me, is they've gotten much better about this. And what made me actually want to stop watching The Rookie, which I never stopped, but what made me want to start is when Selena came in, and I think that was season 5, if I'm remembering correctly. And I hated her, like, whole, like, I don't know, like, exactly what it's called, but her thing where it's, like, the crystal and the sage and, like, the spirits. I could not do that. Like, watch that. It was beginning to be painful because it was, like, week after week. It's like, is this how things are going to be solved now? Because she had an intuition. Like, it was bugging the crap out of me. And gotten so much better. And it's like, now I, like, almost kind of forgot, like, the whole spirity thing happened. Because it's like, in the, beginning season of The Rookies with the original TOs, that would not fly. Like, they'd be like, excuse me? Like, we don't just solve things because we have, like, a spiritual intuition, a hunch, that sort of things. And, like, so, I mean, that did bug me. But, as I said, I think that it's gotten way better, and I actually really, really like Selena now, and I'm happy that Chenford is moving in together, but I'm kind of sad that Lucy is going to be not in her apartment anymore, and I really, really want a scene of Lucy visiting Jackson's grave, and there better be a picture of Lucy and Jackson in Tim and Lucy's house, and there better be a picture of Tim and Lucy and Kojo in their house. That's my opinion. I don't know. I'm bored and I like talking about the Rookie because it's interesting. And I also want more Smitty scenes because Smitty is a great comedy reliever. And I do miss like comedy reliever Nolan, because now it's like serious, like, and he has to be like the main attention like source. And I feel like at the beginning it was kind of like 911, where it was like an ensemble show where there's like technically a main character, like where there's technically a main character, but like it is also like equally balanced, that sort of thing. And I hope for more Lucy undercover. I know a lot of people don't like that storyline and stuff, but like that's what she wants to do, and like I really like when she's undercover. And I also want more Lopez scenes, because like now I feel like we're lucky to get Wesley in an episode, and he's been there since season 1, and I like his character. And like, as much as I am happy that him and Angela are happy and like have kids, the only like things that I feel like you see of Lopez and Wesley are when like they're like, what's it called, when they're with their kids. That's like the only time you see them together. And like, or like something to do with their kids. Like one time I think they were on the couch, and then like the new baby cried. I think their name's Emmy. Did I remember that right? I don't know. I think they've only mentioned them once, so if I didn't, oops. But like, I want more of them. I think that, and I also think that getting rid of Aaron was a mistake, because he was a fun comedy relief, and like Jackson's gone, and you're gonna now like get rid of Jackson's replacement. And like his last season, to me, he did not have enough screen time. Like, I would watch a spinoff of literally just Aaron Thorson. That is how much I like his character. And of course I watch a spinoff of just Chenford, but like, I'm not talking about Chenford right now. I'm talking about Aaron. Yeah, that's all I really want to talk about. If you have any opinions on the Rookie, you can leave them below. If anybody actually watches this, again, this is my opinions. You have yours. Not saying you have to agree with me on all of my opinions, especially the Bailey ones, because I know there's a lot of people who love Baelin. But yeah, that's all I got.